Yeah.
What, you're okay with that look? It's not bad. It's not
What do
bad.
you want?
I'll cut this up after. So Frankie, I've known Frank for many, many years.
And I've known Frank for many, many years.
And Brian and Frank, I've been selling them copiers. So my friend was just saying, oh, we've been selling you copiers for years. But after 25 years, I think you become friends more than you do just...
Just a customer relationship.
Just a customer.
Absolutely. But I think that's in any good business, where that sales relationship turns into a friend relationship, and that allows me or our company to call on your company for anything that we need.
Yeah.
Because that's the trust factor that we developed.
Yeah.
So
thank you very much, Frank. And I really appreciate it. Not just that, I appreciate your wisdom, your cleverness in business, because I've heard many business stories about you over the years and how you won some deals, how you get them back. What's a great business story that you have in your business that, maybe win the business or you lost it first and you got it back? Do you have a good one that you could kind of share?
Yeah, I think we had this major contract.
I know the one down here.
Correct. So we had this major contract, and out of the blues, people figured, you're making too much money, which was not the case, and they decided to bring it in-house, and they canceled that contract. It caused us great grief. We had a layoff, downsize, etc. Everything that's necessary to survive. The great part about that, we survived. We got new contracts, we worked hard, we got the right people, and today we're still in business. So all I can say, I remember when we lost that contract, I don't know if anybody listens to Queen, and I used to listen to that song, The Show Must Go On, and I would blast it, and I would say, and I'd drive and I'd say, it doesn't matter. The show must go on, I said.
The show must go on.
We can't give up. And here we are,
And I remember, I think part of it, maybe I'm making this up, but when you got the contract, let's just say it was with an airline,
a major
carrier. Did you buy the building before you got the contract or after?
I think we already had a building.
You had that big building?
What we did after, because we were always in the logistics business, so eventually we would rent, and then one day we said, you know what? Maybe we buy a building, because at least you got equity. When you buy property, unless you're cash rich, it kind of, your books don't look that good, because now you got big debt. But we bought the building, and then once we had the contract, because we had to grow, we bought another building rather than lease a building.
Yeah.
So we ended up with some equity and some properties, and that helped us through tough times as well, because you could leverage. And I think, the people that rent buildings, in many cases, because they don't have the pockets and they don't want to take the risk.
Yeah, I think you're right. So I was driving down the street today, going to see a building just down from Frank. I saw his car. I pulled in. Also, there's a copier lease in there just by chance. So I reminded myself to go in, but we were chatting about buildings, and I've learned a lot from Frank. So I was out here looking for a building. Actually, what we were just talking about. Now, outside of that business story, outside of the work story, do you have one really great, fun story that kind of ties your life and the work and how rewarding it can be over the years? Or, I remember once you were at one of our golf tournaments, you said something super funny to someone. And Frank's a little bit like me. He may not be crazy on this today, but he likes to have a little fun.
I like to test people.
Yes.
And I find humor and saying things that are a little bit outrageous, test them, because I like to see their reaction. And when I see the person's reaction, they'll tell me what kind of person they are. he or she is.
I remember you were at our golf tournament. You said something to Mo Peterson out. To this day, I'll laugh. Don't repeat it because
No, I can't
some
repeat it.
of our Mo Peterson was an NBA superstar, and he came to our golf tournament. It was very funny what Frank said to him. But you love.
Basically, I said to him, "Oh, you guys are going to Detroit tonight." I said, "Are you going there for entertainment?" And he looked at me and he started laughing. I said, "Oh, you guys are all the same. You know, these athletes always looking for outside entertainment." But anyways, Frank found that funny.
I did.
The point is that don't be impressed or don't be afraid to talk to people, irregardless of what their titles or position are. My father told me once, a long time ago, he said, "My son, wherever you work, the owner, the boss, always wants to know what's good for his company. So don't be afraid to tell him
To tell him what's good.
what's good."
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. All I want to know is how we're going to fix it.
And you know that. You're in business.
Yeah.
The employee comes and they got a problem. You say, "Okay, how are we going to fix it?"
Yeah. Don't hide from the problem. Tell me. Even we got to deal with it. That's what you want to hear. The problem.
But what you have to be, you as the owner, have to make sure that when they come with a solution, the solution isn't self-serving for them.
Yeah.
It's not because it makes their life easy. It's because it serves the company.
The company. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
The
said-
company first.
Yeah, I said to my guys yesterday, I said, "Listen, guys, we're not friends. Get that out of your head. I'm here to help you. I'm here to assist you. I'm here to do whatever I can to make your life easier. But business comes first, and
Yeah.
we will never make those decisions at the expense of the business. Because when you make those decisions, the personal decisions, at the expense of the business, that means everybody pays."
Yes. So no, I had to learn that the other day. My partners called me off something. I've obviously been working at this for a long time, and I got a call from one of the partners. They said, "Frank, stay out of this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you like to get a little emotional. Let us run the business. I'm definitely started the business with a partner of mine and go out there, but I can get a little emotional." They said, "You hired us to make that decision. Let us make the decision for the company." And I was right. And sometimes you get a little personal.
Frankie,
Yeah.
all the years I've known you, you've always been a little off the wall.
Yes.
People will say, "Oh, Frank, oh my God, this guy's unbelievable. He's really off the wall." And okay, but you know what? You're still successful. You still have family. You still have business. You still have relationships, customers, people, all the good things.
And a lot of fun.
And a
You know,
lot of
and I think I'll toot my own horn a little bit because I'm good at that.
No, you're pretty good.
I always say it doesn't. You don't have to do it exactly like everybody else. I like the idea that there's a bit of fun in life. I'm born in Poland, and my dad always said, in Poland, money wasn't absolutely everything. You kind of went also to work to have a little fun. And he said that was slightly different than the North American mentality. Work is not just work. You have to mix the two a little bit. Yeah, the people have to enjoy themselves. They have to, sometimes a 15-minute little extra break. If that's okay, you have to make it work.
You asked me before what I really look back and what really meant a lot to me. As you know, I came from Montreal. I worked for the airline. I was in the warehouse cargo, and they asked me to come to Toronto because they had major problems in the facility, and they union problems, staff problems, etc. The regular problems. So I said okay, and I said, but I didn't want to move. And one of my colleagues said, "Listen, you do a good job. It's a feather in your cap." I said, "Okay, you know what?" Plus, people say, yeah, whatever you say, it doesn't work. Just like you, right? People look and say, "Yeah, you're off the wall. Who cares?"
Yeah.
You're just lucky. And I remember one VP said, "You're lucky."
We are lucky.
And I said, "No, we're not lucky." I said, "Luck is if I bought a lottery ticket and I win. That's luck. You're not lucky. Because you apply yourself and you continue pushing.
Every day.
Pushing.
Every day.
That's not luck."
No.
Understand?
No.
And I say that to people. I say, if you get up in the morning, you go fishing, you got a chance to catch a fish. If you don't go fishing, I can guarantee you catch nothing.
You're so right.
So it's not luck. Luck is, you don't have to do anything but buy that ticket. There's your luck.
I'm a salesman. You're so right, Frank. This last month, it's been cold out there. I walked the path downtown Toronto every single day for I got 20,000 steps yesterday. I bumped into 5-6 people that were going to get their contracts. If you don't get out there, don't think about luck. Luck comes.
It's not luck.
It's not luck. There is some luck. What I'm saying is we're lucky enough to know that we got to get up and do it. I always say there's a little bit of luck.
Listen,
we're lucky that we have a bit of a personality.
Frank, getting up to do it, it's not luck, it's who you are.
It's you push.
That's how you've been brought up.
But that's what I mean.
It's how you believe.
So you got lucky that you had those two parents. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I got lucky with my parents.
You had no say in it.
I had no say in it. Yeah, but it's kind of like what I'm saying. I got lucky. I got lucky that I had these two parents who were like, hey, let's get up. They taught me some little things.
Right? You could have had different parents. I don't know.
And that's luck.
But it's your upbringing. I don't think I don't believe. Again, I don't believe in luck.
Yeah.
I believe in good timing.
Yeah.
I believe being in the right position, the right spot, the right time. I think that what happens around you, situation, the economy shifting, politics, etc., that all influences. Some people might call it luck because they were on the right side.
Yeah.
But I don't call that luck.
Yeah.
I just call it timing.
Timing and positioning and thinking and being patient. So many different things. No, of course.
That's how I see it.
And sometimes, for a guy like me, obviously, for me, I have to watch my patience, right? So sometimes
you're like I said, you're a little off the wall. You're a little aggressive. You can't be that because sometimes people want tranquility. People want to say, okay,
yeah, please.
Please let me not answer that call. It says Frank over.
He's gonna get me.
He's gonna drive me crazy. I won't answer.
But then they called me a month later. They're like, "Please give it to me. I need the action."
I need to. I tell you something. I think that I have my partner. Brian.
Yeah.
He's a really good guy. We've been partners for about 26 years now, and we're like brothers, and we have the same basic philosophy in life. We, as owners, put a lot of importance to our employees, giving them the right work environment, helping them, whatever we can do, but we also believe in accountability. So if you're in business, it's not about the dollar, understand? If you have the good employees, and they're the ones that make it for you. I'm only one person, I can't make it. When my guy in the warehouse or my guy in the truck, I say to my truck driver, listen, buddy, I can give you X amount of dollars an hour, but you go out on the road and you burn my clutch. You smack the truck. It's cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. So I'd rather give you the extra dollar here than you be upset and damage equipment.
Yeah.
Frank, it's so important.
Yeah.
It's so important. I've always been very keen on people. And I was telling you the story when I came to Toronto. So I came to Toronto and I had a facility. We had about 300 employees. 2 union groups, 300 plus employees. And I rolled up my sleeves and we turned it around. And how we turned it around was we led by example. I had managers that I got rid of because they would tell the employee, you guys can't go for coffee together, and 2 of them would go for coffee. And I'm saying, hold on, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You lead by example.
You don't know how many times, so these guys are in the warehousing, logistics business. You know how many times I've shown up and I've seen Frankie in the back, something needs to get done. He picks this up, lifts this up, he grabs that, he uses it as part of his workout, just like my partner Tito.
Oh,
he's delivering copies. I got sick, by the way, with mental health about 4 years ago. And one of my partners, Tito, I couldn't really think much, but he knew I had arms. So he said, okay, help us lift that copier. Help us deliver the copier. And I got back at it. And the trick to a good CEO like Frank is, maybe a guy like me is, sometimes you got to get dirty. You got to go and make the things happen. Lead by example. So true.
Lead by example. I was on the other side, and I would look at my supervisor or my manager and say, what the guy talking? He's giving me the raw, and then he goes and sits in his office.
Yeah.
How about give me the raw and come and give me a hand?
Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to prove at my office. I'm trying to prove that I'm out there trying to get the leads, because our business is very sales driven. 30% of our business is because we're selling these little printers. So it's a big part of our organization. It's like a car dealership. Right. Sales is very important. So I'm trying to lead by example. God, get in front of people. Get in front of people. So that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to do the same thing.
But Frankie, and I say to people, all this sounds amazing, great. There's only one fly in the ointment. accountability.
Yes.
Because that guy that you're trying to bring along, when he doesn't come along, then he's got to go somewhere else. That's the difficult part.
Yeah.
You can't just cover up. You can't shift it to the other guy. So when I say we want to do everything and we try to give him the right environment, but when somebody doesn't fit, then he's got to go. And that's hard, you know? It's not personal, it's nothing. I used to say to the guys, hey, there's one cake. Either we all get a piece or no one gets a piece. No one.
He's not that tough. Don't believe him.
Oh,
Listen,
I
this
am.
is Frankie. Thank you for being on this interview with me, Frank Esposito, one of the funniest. It's not that tough. Don't believe him. Never believe him.
No, I'm tough, but I got a sense of humor. You know?
Do you have a joke maybe to finish us off with one?
No, I have no jokes. I'm not a joke guy.
No?
I
You
have
hear something?
humor within the environment.
Yeah.
It's something
You don't tell the
it's
joke?
something that I don't sit there. Hey, did you hear this? No.
So there was one, I don't know if you watched my Instagram the other day. This Polish guy comes home to the office and he says, guys, I think my wife's trying to kill me. I think my wife's trying to kill me. They go, why? That's like a crazy thing to say. Why was your wife trying to kill you? He said, I went in her bathroom and she's got Polish remover. Thank you very much for watching CEOs with Super Frankie. And by the way, this is being held on a lighter in Frankie's office.
Yeah.
Cigar lighter.
He conned me into it. You know. Anyways.
Thank you very much, Frankie.
Frankie, it's always a pleasure. You're always welcome. You know.